All right, guys, good afternoon. It is Monday still. You already got part one, or actually I should just say video one of the day. And now this is live number 2. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. This morning I shared with you important principles for right now. Hi, Jeff. Let me wave to you. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Dottie. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I thought I would, change shirts just so you weren't looking at the same thing. Was that a good idea? I was wearing blue earlier today, but still catching up from the tech issues. And this is video number 2 as promised today. This morning, I shared with you the P in my acronym of EPIC. It was on purpose. And now I want to share with you the I, which is intention. I need you to be intentional. If you notice behind me, this is my home office. And that print back there says live with intention. I have in my lifetime tended to lack discipline and or focus. I tend to get sidetracked. I want to do a lot. I want to accomplish a lot. I want to achieve a lot. And if I am not incredibly deliberate and intentional about how I choose to spend my time, I just get lost. I just can go down a rabbit hole and it just doesn't get me, what I want out of life. So being extraordinary is the E, be purposeful is the P, and being intentional is the third letter in the EPIC acronym that was training content that I created for my clients this year. And so what does it mean to be intentional? What's the difference in being intentional and having purpose? Well, purpose is your why, as we talked about today. It's kind of your big picture, lofty goal. It's what you want your legacy to be. Now, in order for that legacy to come true, you have to make choices about what you do, what you say, how you react, how you respond. After all, how you spend your days is how you spend your life, right? How I spend today is ultimately a whole lot of those are going to add up to each other, and that's going to be the outcome of what I did to occupy the time in my life. So being intentional is really about being deliberate, being disciplined, staying focused, and making choices about how to spend your time and not just being so busy and working so much and just getting all caught up in the hoopla. And then you wake up and 6 months has passed and you are in exactly the same spot as you were 6 months ago. Have you ever done that? Over the course of my life, sometimes I've woken up and years have passed and I was still in the same place where I was before. So it's been a long time since I can say that was me. I fully intend every day to be better today than I was yesterday. If I have a bad day today, hey, if I get breath tomorrow, it's another day to choose how I spend the day and how to make the most of my life. So I want to give you a couple tips on how to be intentional, okay, just in case you haven't heard these. These are kind of my go-tos. First one is to slow down. I had to write these down because literally I keep this in front of me. I write everything down. As I'm getting older, my memory's going out the window. And as much as I would like to say that I live intentionally, I have to remind myself to be intentional. And again, not just get caught up because time is flying so fast now that I'm older. So first thing is really, you got to slow down. Hear me on this. Oh, here we go. Get a pen. Do you have a pen? Write this down. Doing more does not equal achievement. For all of us workaholics out there, that message is for you. I don't even know what else to say about that. Slow down. Doing more does not equal achievement. Number 2, define your values and what you want. If this morning's talk about purpose kind of hit a nerve in you and you haven't really clarified what your purpose is yet, let's start there. What do you have? What do you need? What's it going to take to get there? Who can help you get there? All those kinds of questions you need to ask, and hopefully you've got a great coach in your life. And if you need one, just ask the question and I'll help you in that space. That's right, Dottie. You hear me? I love it when you feel what I'm saying. Define your values and what you want most. Some people are literally going through life and they don't even know what they want. And it's really hard to get what you want when you're not exactly sure what it is. Sometimes it's easiest to cut out or to recognize what you don't want. And that's cool. Just close some doors. You may not know which exact one you want to open, but you probably have a good idea which ones you want to close. So be intentional about that. Don't waste time in some space or doing something that you really don't want to be doing. Third thing is set goals, obviously. And listen, I'm not trying to bore you with it. Hang on, I'm plugging in my power here. See, going live? Forget to plug in the power. Setting goals is important. But when I say set goals, if you're just starting this process or you're really needing to do some self-exploration or do a little homework, some of you worry so much about other people that you haven't thought about yourself in a freaking long time. You hear me? I want you to focus on you. Get this stuff nailed down. Write goals, but make them little. Make little goals. Bite off little pieces. You know, they say, how do you I don't know, how do you eat an elephant or whatever, one bite at a time? That sounds kind of gross, but you get the point that I'm saying. The best way to tackle the elephant in the room is to, I mean, you just got to take it small steps at one time. So if you need to develop a new habit, you know, don't try to do everything all at once. Just keep it simple. Just keep it small. And then as you accomplish something, you know, celebrate, reward yourself, even if it's little. I know that sounds childish, but excuse me, it's not. Sometimes it's harder as adults to develop new productive habits instead of just doing what we've always done. Trust me, if, you know, well, of course, all of you have heard that. If you do what you've always done, you can always expect to get what you've always got. If you want to get something new, have a new result, you got to do something new. And again, it takes a lot of intentionality to change your course and to have a different day, a different life, a better life. That it just doesn't miraculously happen. There's not and Lord knows, I have looked for the pixie dust that could be sprinkled on my head to give me that ideal space. That's just not how it happens. For me, it's happening because I'm figuring out, what am I good at? That's the extraordinary part, right? What am I good at? I used to never be able to even say I'm good at anything. And trust me, I'm terrible at a lot of things. But there's some things that I do well, and they excite me, and I feel it. And then I get feedback and affirmation from people that says, yeah, this is great that you do this. I want more of this. That's the E part. That's the extraordinary part. And then the P, purposeful. What's my mission in life? I'm not just randomly behaving from one day to the next or talking from one day to the next. I really am wanting to accomplish something. If this is my last day on earth, I want to go out like this. You know, I don't want to go out doing this. I want to go out doing this. And then this I is so important because in order to accomplish that, I have to be intentional and make really good choices about how I spend my time. So I want to set goals. Number 4 is taking action. You can make all the vision boards in the world and you can set all the goals in the world, but if you don't actually go do them, it just doesn't pop off. I've been guilty of that too. And then the 5th one is a big one for me. Workaholics out there, high achievers out there, you've got to learn to say no. Other people have priorities for you. Other people want you to do things for them. Staying focused on what you intend to get done is so critical. And there's just not an infinite amount of time in every day. So we all get the same number of hours, and how we choose to spend them is, in fact, that it's a choice. I want you to feel that it is a choice, and it's your choice. It's not how your spouse chooses for you to spend your time, or even your children. Even though, don't tell Ethan that. He thinks he runs my world, don't you, boo-boo? Hey, sugar. Anyway, this being at home and working is fun. You know, I make those choices. I'm the adult. Right? So we get to make those choices. So you got to say no. And I love this quote. This is one that I keep on my bulletin board, so I thought I'd share with you. It's from Jonathan Fields. He wrote this book called How to Live a Good Life. And it says, until you cultivate the ability to say no to the things that fill your life, but not your soul, you'll never have the space to bring into it the things you desperately want to say yes to. Got that? He says it more eloquently, and right now I can't even read because I have had 3 cups of coffee. But the point is if you say yes to everything everybody else wants you to say yes to, there's very, very little time left for you to say yes to actually what you want to do. So the I is for being intentional. You're already extraordinary. Be purposeful. Be intentional. And then later today, I'll give you what the C means in my EPIC acronym for 2020. You ready to be epic? I know you are. Hey, Janet. Good to see you. You guys hang in there. Thank you so much for the private messages, feedback about doing these, man. I'm just thankful there's even anybody that wants to hear me talk. So I appreciate you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I will see you before the end of the day, or end of the evening, I should say. When I say day, my day goes until I go to sleep. So at some point this evening, I'll give you round 3. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. I know you're ready, Dottie. Let's go. Let's get them. Let's go. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye.